pause it. All right, pause it, stop it, pause it, let it go. All right, let's see what we doing here. There we go. What it do, YouTube? What it do? All right, y'all, really quick, I'm going to explain to you all why I fell in love with Lady in the Water and why many people did not. So I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible because my camera's doing something weird. It keeps shutting off, and let me try to see if I can do this. All right, so I don't know if many of you remember when Lady in the Water premiered or when it was coming out, and remember seeing the poster show up in the movie theater, or seeing the trailers in the movie theater before the movie started, before, you know, in the movies before the movie started. And the poster gave me a fantasy feel, so I said, Lady in the Water, okay, maybe this is kind of like a Little Mermaid type story. But then when I saw the trailer, it kind of gave me a scary movie, a horror type feel to it. And I think, well, they kind of marketed it as a horror film. So a lot of people went in and expecting to see a scary movie. Now, when this movie came out, I think that was when they were slowly trying to bring out buying tickets online. I believe it is. I have to look up and see when buying tickets online. But back then, when you went to a movie theater for a really hyped movie, you had to get to that movie theater a couple of hours before your showing you wanted to see, or what many people did, got to the movie theater when it opened and bought tickets for that night. Because if you try to buy tickets that night for an opening, you were waiting in a very long line. Like, some of it wrapped around the theater. Like, I'm not kidding with you guys. Like, some of you who are growing up with this movie buying tickets online thing, you're lucky. Because me, when I was a teen, we had to get to the movie theater sometimes if movies at 8 o'clock, we get there at 4 or 5 o'clock to get the ticket, if there were any left. And then you go somewhere and have dinner, or you go somewhere and have lunch or a sandwich or a snack or something, and you go back to the theater. So when you waited in that line and you see a movie that was not advertised as it should have been, people were pissed. But anybody would be if you go to a movie and it's advertised as a horror, and you go in there and it's everything but. However, by me being a lover of fantasy films, I was a little disappointed. I wasn't scared, but I was very happy that I was amazed. I fell in love with the story. I fell in love with the characters. I love the idea of this woman comes from another world, and a world we were once connected with, and we lost that connection, and they're still trying to connect with us through all the events that happened in the movie. And I was able to appreciate that because of my love for fantasy films. And it made me, and one of the characters say this in the movie, and it's true, it made you feel like a kid again. It literally made you feel like when you were not exposed to the horrors that is of this world. You know, you went to school, you know, you came home, did your homework, watched TV. You know, you weren't exposed to everything, the politics and all that stuff that's going on nowadays. So I sat there and I felt like a kid again. I literally felt like a kid again, like sitting there just looking at this story unravel and just rooting for her and wanting her to go back home. And I fell in love with it. And I love the idea that the story took place in an apartment complex. So all you had was that one setting, that apartment complex, and then you had all these characters, and the character developments between each character was just absolutely outstanding too. It's just you had these small little characters evolving around this one character, and they all were just developing based on, you know, their interaction with her. And so I was able to walk away from this and appreciate what the story is. Because even nowadays, you bring up Lady in the Water, people will look at you like, you like that movie? I love that movie. Still love it. I can watch it back to back. It's about to shut off on me. All right, so that's why I fell in love. I hope I explained it well. I'm sorry, my camera's doing something weird. This is probably going to shut off for me in a minute. It's like it's only giving me 5 minutes. I have to look into why it's doing that. So I hope I explained it. If I didn't, I'll do another video when I figure this crap out. But explain me if you want in the comment section why you loved it, why you hated it, all right? So it's blinking. It's 5 minutes. I got to figure out why it's doing it. All right, so thank you guys for watching. Follow your dreams. Never give up on yourself. See you later.